So if I look and sound a little bad, it's because I realized how sad and pathetic I am. I meant for these videos to become confessional, but at the same time, I'm so worried about how much I put of myself in this that I keep doing it over and over and over again. But I realized nobody's gonna watch them because nobody cares. So I guess I can say whatever the shit I want. So let's start. Last week when I put up that video about all that stuff and I talked about putting myself out there into the dating scene, I realized how frightening that is, to think that I'm going to have to meet potential strangers in an attempt to build a relationship with them. You see, when I started high school, I already had friends. And a lot of those friends had friends that had been friends with them for a lot longer. And when I started college, I was very hesitant about making new friends. I made a few. I made one that kind of stabbed me in the back. But, I did make a few. And I'm grateful for them. But then making a friend and gaining feelings for someone, that's different. And unfortunately, I'm very bad at romantic feelings. I don't know what it is, but all the guys that I've had feelings for, I was their friend first. We became friends, and then from that stemmed the emotions. And unfortunately, the last one that I liked, whatever, is haunting me. And I mean haunting. Because it's not that I decided, oh, you know what? Let me keep having feelings for this person way beyond the the time I really needed for this person. In fact, let me tell you, you never asked to have feelings for anyone, but I didn't even realize having feelings for this person. It was December. It was Christmas. And I had the most appalling discovery when I realized that I liked this person. And it was just like, that was the spiral downward. Don't get me wrong. This person is very sweet and very kind and sarcastic, and they were a good friend. Really good friend. But I knew I wasn't their type. I knew that they weren't ever gonna see me as someone to give affection to. Not that kind of affection. And honestly, I would have loved it for them to just outright reject me. Because maybe I wouldn't be in this situation if they had. So senior year, I told myself that I probably wasn't ever going to speak or see them again after we graduated. And I was right. So I told myself I needed to get on the path of forgetting about him. But it's really hard when that person's your friend, and so you see each other constantly, and you're constantly talking with each other, and you like that person's being around you just because they're your friend, and you don't want to lose their friendship just because you're trying to get over your romantic feelings for them. So senior year came and went, and my feelings were still there, and my grandma died, and I wanted to shut everyone out more than I already did. I was always very good at shutting people out. So what I did was that I kind of severed my connection with this person, hoping that never speaking to this person again, never reaching out, would make me forget about them. And I can't really say it because I've never experienced it, but it was like suffering withdrawal. And not for that person, but for that friendship, that silly little text or talking them out of their head, that kind of thing. And then after, because of my grandma's death, I went to a therapist, and in one of our sessions, we started talking about this person, and I told her that it scared me how much of my affection was with this person. And she pushed me until I said that it's because I was afraid that I was in love with him. And she said, why is that such a bad thing? And I told her, I'm just like, he's not gonna come back in my life. I know it. He's destined for great things. I'm destined for different things. But our paths aren't gonna cross. Not again. So she made me want to reach out to this. She told me that was my assignment, to reach out to this person. And it's an assignment I never did. Because I was afraid. Because despite what anyone thinks about me being strong and brave, I'm not. I'm a big old coward. Especially when it comes to affairs of feelings and stuff like that. It's the one thing. That's why I never told any of my crushes that I liked them. So I didn't reach out. And it was just like, it ended up being a spiral of when I thought that I was forgetting. Something would happen and it would trigger me remembering good things and realizing that I was never going to have that again, whether it was the friendship or the relationship that I wanted. And it wasn't that I remembered all the good things either. I remembered every flaw, every little argument, everything. I have this terrible cursed memory that helps me remember everything. And it comes in useful when somebody goes, well, I don't remember that. And I'm going like, yes, you did. It was like this, and this. And they're like, oh, thank you. Now I remember. But for other things, it's just the worst thing in the world. And when it comes to this, it was the worst thing in the world. And then my depression spiral started. And it became a thought of, I'd rather fall out of whatever feelings I have for this person than never fall out of feelings for this person and then never feel it again for anyone, than to continue this little blip every now and then that makes me long for something that's not going to happen. And it wasn't, the thing is that I never longed for the relationship. I longed for the friendship. I missed this person as a friend. But I'm afraid that if I contact this person and restart a friendship, that my feelings for this person are going to come back. And I'm a coward. I'm such a coward. But I'm an adult. And I'm also very much gotten to the point where I'm just like, fuck it all, right? And I told myself, you can't be a little chicken anymore. So it's not like I've said hey or whatever. It's just been a comment here, comment there. You are an adult. Act like it, Melina. That's what I told myself. And this me trying to get a date, get a boyfriend, get someone who will make me forget is my last-ditched attempt. Because I'm tired. I read I read and watched a TV show with the longest amount of pining that anyone could ever experience. And I realized that my life wasn't that long. And that I couldn't keep waiting. And that I was tired of sharing my affections, of having affection that I have to share. I have to share my affections as a daughter, as a sister, as a employee with a bunch of children, that I will always have to share a certain type of affection, a sibling affection, a teacher affection, a parent-child affection. You know, there is not a love that I don't have to share. And that's what I'm looking for. And the stupid part of me, the stupid little hopeless romantic writer part of me, wishes it was this person. But the more realistic side of me realizes that it's never going to be this person. And I have to keep drilling that into me, because no one else will drill it into me. And I've tried to see if other people will tell me, stop it. I need people who know that person who will tell me to stop it. I need that person to tell me to stop it. In fact, if that person were to come out and say, maybe I should have told you this a long time ago, but I don't like you that way, I think I have been so obsessed with the fact that I saw them do it to someone else, to outright reject them, and he didn't do it to me, that made me think that maybe there was hope. And maybe that hope carried me through the rest of senior year. And then I never had the opportunity to bond with anyone in that way in my college and latter years. So I just haven't had the opportunity. So here I am, pathetic and confessionally saying it into this video. So I wish I cared that this person was going to watch this video. I really do. But I don't, because maybe I'll finally get what I want. Maybe I can finally sever that tie. Maybe I'll finally get my friend back. Maybe I'll scare them off for good. Who knows? All I know is that I spent way too much on this video trying to say the right things so that people think it's interesting, and I really don't care anymore. And I've cried about it, and I have realized that I'm sad and pathetic every single time I make these videos. So I'm going to try my best to hope for the best, because that's what I'm trying to do with my life now. And maybe after this, maybe I'll have another down, because who knows what happens when if this person reaches out. Or maybe good things start happening after this. Maybe this was the last thing I needed to move on. And maybe I don't have to go date. Maybe I do just fall out of love and just never love again. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, I would, but I'll take what I can get.